Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling something lots of people in India seem curious about. How do you actually get started trading crypto on Delta Exchange?
Right. It can seem a bit daunting at first glance.
Exactly. So we looked at a YouTube tutorial from the Sharad Loot channel. Our aim here is basically to pull out the key info you need to know.
Think of it as a shortcut. We want you to get the essentials, the basics of trading on this platform without getting too bogged down in all the technical stuff.
Okay, so let's kick things off. The video presents Delta Exchange India as, well, a platform to start your crypto journey, maybe make some profit.
That's the hook, naturally, making money.
Of course. And one of the first things it flags up, which sounds pretty useful, is a Telegram channel. It's linked in their description.
Ah, yes. For free learning resources, they say.
Yeah, and for someone totally new, having extra free materials easily available, that could be a real advantage.
Absolutely. It suggests they understand that learning support, maybe a community aspect, is valuable, especially for beginners in crypto. It's complex.
And there's a hint, maybe, about using their specific link to download the app. Could be some benefit there, they suggest.
Possibly. Standard affiliate practice, maybe, but worth noting.
Then it touches briefly on account setup. The usual sign-up process. After that, it jumps into the app's layout.
Getting you familiar with the screen.
Right. The video suggests checking the profile section. Mainly, it seems, to switch the theme if you want. Dark mode is the default, apparently.
But you can switch to light mode. A small thing.
Yeah.
Personalization.
Yeah, just a comfort preference. Then, more importantly, it shows where your account balance is displayed right at the top.
Can't miss it. And next to it, the Add Funds button. Pretty crucial.
Definitely. You need funds to trade. And the main screen also gives you a quick look at current prices for, like, Bitcoin and Ethereum, the big ones.
Sort of a market snapshot right when you open the app.
Exactly. Gives you a feel for things. From there, the guide takes us to the markets section.
Okay, this is where you find what you can actually trade.
Yeah, all the different cryptocurrencies available. But the video highlights futures and options trading specifically.
Ah, so moving beyond just simple buying and selling, these are more complex instruments.
Seems like it. They mention long and short positions too.
Betting the price goes up or betting it goes down. Fundamental trading concepts.
But it says more detail on that comes later, which is probably wise. Don't overload beginners.
Good approach. Paste the information.
And to help organize all the coins, the video shows categories. Things like Layer 1, smart contracts, Solana ecosystem, even meme coins get a mention.
That provides some structure, I suppose. Helps you navigate the crypto zoo.
Ha! Yeah. And if you want to track specific coins like Bitcoin or Solana, there's a watchlist feature. You just tap a star icon.
Pretty standard stuff for trading platforms, but essential. Lets you focus on what interests you.
Keeps things manageable. Okay, so you've got your watch list. What's next? Looking at charts, right? Price movements.
Makes sense. The video moves to the chart book section.
Here you can pull up charts for different cryptos. Switching from, say, Bitcoin to XRP looks easy.
And you can customize these charts.
Yeah, that's the point it makes. You can change time frames, hourly, daily, whatever, add technical analysis tools, draw lines, put on indicators.
So you get some analysis capability right there in the mobile app.
Seems like it. The tutorial is on a phone, but they do mention it's similar on desktop and maybe a future video for that.
Good to acknowledge different users. So the tools are accessible even on mobile, which is key for many people.
Okay, now we get into maybe the trickier part. Trading mechanics, specifically leverage. There's a trade button in the middle of the app.
Right. And this is where you see those multipliers. 20x, 50x, 100x, even 200x.
So what is leverage, according to the video?
It explains it as essentially trading with more money than you actually have. Borrowed capital, effectively.
Okay.
The example they use is pretty clear. If you have €1,000, using 100x leverage means you can control a position worth 1 lakh.
Wow, okay. That obviously magnifies things. The video gives an example of profit.
Yeah, like if Bitcoin goes up 10%. Without leverage, on your 1,000, you'd make 100.
Simple enough.
But with 100x leverage, trading that 1 lakh position, the same 10% gain becomes 10,000 profit, potentially.
That sounds incredibly tempting, but I sense a big but coming.
A huge but. And credit to the video, it doesn't gloss over the risk. It explicitly warns about it.
Good. What's the risk scenario then?
Well, think about that euro lakh trade you're controlling with only 1,000 of your own money. If the price moves against you by just 1%,
Only 1%.
that's a €1,000 loss on the 1 lakh position, which is your entire initial capital. So you get liquidated, wiped out. instantly.
Ouch. Okay, so that amplified gain potential comes directly with amplified loss potential. That needs to be crystal clear.
Absolutely critical. The video really stresses its high risk.
Right.
It's not free money. It's trading on margin with borrowed funds, essentially.
Understood. So keeping that major warning in mind, the video then shows how to actually place a trade, starting with buying.
A practical walkthrough.
First, pick your pair, like Bitcoin USD. Then choose your leverage. The video shows starting at 1x, basically no leverage.
Right. Just using your own funds.
Then cranks it up to 25x, then 50x for the demonstration, just to show how it changes the numbers.
And specifically how it changes the margin required.
Yeah.
That's the amount of your own cash you need to lock up for the trade. Higher leverage means less initial margin for the same position size.
Got it. And this ties into the lot size concept. The video explains what a lot represents in dollar terms without leverage,
Okay.
and then shows how much less margin you need for that same lot size when you apply, say, 25x or 50x leverage.
That visual comparison is helpful, makes the leverage effect tangible.
Then order types. Market order for instant execution at the current price
Getting quick.
versus a limit order where you set your own price. Like, I only want to buy Bitcoin if it drops to $95,000.
So more price control with a limit order, but no guarantee it fills. Market order guarantees execution, but the price might slip slightly. Standard trade-offs.
Makes sense. Then, a really important bit. Setting take profit TP and stop loss SL levels.
Yes. Crucial for risk management. Cannot stress this enough.
The video uses an example. Maybe set TP at 2% profit and SL at 1% loss. It's about having an exit plan, win or lose.
Predefining your exit points. Automating discipline in a way.
After setting those, the presenter hits buy, the order executes, then you see the trade in the portfolio section.
Where you can monitor, see the unrealized profit or loss fluctuating.
Exactly. And finally, it shows how to manually close the trade if you want to get out before your TP or SL is hit.
So it covers the full life cycle of a basic long trade. Place, manage, close.
Right. But trading isn't just about buying, hoping the price goes up. So the video also demonstrates a sell order.
Going short, betting on a price decrease.
Yep. The process looks very similar. Choose leverage 50x in this example. Enter the number of lots. Place the sell order.
And again, it shows up in the portfolio.
Correct. You can track your profit or loss, which would be profit if the price drops, loss if it rises. And importantly, it shows the liquidation price.
Ah, yes. The price level where the platform automatically closes your short position if the market moves too far against you to cap the platform's risk and your loss.
It shows the PL updating in real time, in rupees in this case.
That constant feedback loop, showing your money going up or down, plus the liquidation threshold, it keeps the risk front and center.
Definitely. And with that sell example done, the video kind of wraps up the trading demonstration.
Reiterating that, the basics of using the platform are fairly accessible.
Yeah, it seems the goal was just to show the core buttons and flow.
So recapping this deep dive based on that charade loop tutorial.
Okay. We saw the initial platform intro, finding your way around the interface, checking out the markets, especially futures and options.
Using watch lists, looking at charts for basic analysis.
And the big one, understanding leverage, both the potential upside and the very significant downside risks.
Huge risks.
Yeah.
Cannot emphasize that enough.
And finally, the mechanics of placing trades both buy long and sell short, including using those vital take profit and stop loss orders.
Those risk management tools are absolutely key. The video highlights them, which is responsible. They aren't optional if you're serious about trading, especially with leverage.
Absolutely. Which brings us to a final thought for you, the listener. Exploring crypto trading, particularly with tools like leverage offered on Delta Exchange, it really forces you to confront risk.
It really does.
So as you consider this, think about that balance, the potential rewards versus those inherent amplified risks. After hearing this overview, what parts of managing that risk feel most critical for you to get a handle on before potentially diving in?
That's a great question to reflect on. What's your personal approach going to be?
Definitely something to mull over. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.